there, welcome back to Juneau, Alaska. Juneau, Alaska is the capital city of Alaska and one of the ports I was most excited about before the cruise. Our plan for the day was pretty simple. We booked a whale watching tour, grabbed some lunch at Tracy's King Crab Shack, and ride the Goldbelt Tram up to Mount Roberts. And then we just spent the rest of the day exploring downtown Juneau. It ended up being a great day, so let's jump right into it. For today's excursion, we booked the Ultimate Whale Watch Tour through Viator. We chose the earliest tour available because we wanted to have plenty of time afterward to explore Juneau on our own. If you have the option, I definitely recommend doing the early tour. The tour lasted about 4.5 hours, and before we even made it out to the whale watching area, the scenery alone was worth it. Every direction you looked, there were mountains, forests, snow-capped peaks. Alaska is one of those places where you just can't stop looking out the window. Well, it's one of those places that is absolutely breathtaking. The highlight of the tour, of course, was seeing the whales. Watching them surface just a short distance from the boat is something that's hard to describe. It's one of those moments that pictures and videos just can't capture. On our way back into town, we also got a nice view of Mendenhall Glacier. Overall, I give this excursion an 8 out of 10. The views were stunning, the staff was extremely friendly, and we did get to see the whales, which was one of the biggest highlights of this port. Our next stop was Tracy's King Crab Shack, and that came as part of our tour package through Viator. We got the whale watching along with our own pace lunch at Tracy's King Crab Shack. So once we got back into town, it was finally time for something we had been looking forward to, or better yet, my husband, because I don't eat seafood. So my husband and his cousin and her friend all got to enjoy lunch at Tracy's King Crab Shack. And they liked it so much that we ended up going back for dinner as well before we got back onto the cruise ship. So if you've done any research on Alaska Cruise at all, you probably heard people talk about Tracy's, and now I understand why. I can see the pull towards Tracy's. The food, what they did eat, looked phenomenal. I would definitely give Tracy's a 10 out of 10. After lunch, we decided to just cruise around town, and we ended up taking the Goldbelt Tram up to the top of Mount Roberts. The ride itself is beautiful, and as you slowly climb higher above the city, the views are spectacular. Once you reach the top, you're rewarded with the incredible panoramic view overlooking the cruise ships in downtown Juneau and the surrounding mountains. There's also a restaurant, a bar, some hiking trails, and plenty of places just to sit down and enjoy the view. We spent some time having some drinks, taking some pictures, and just relaxing and soaking it all up before we decided to head back down to town. If you're looking for one of the best views in Juneau, I definitely recommend taking the tram. After coming back down the mountain, we spent the rest of the afternoon just walking around downtown Juneau, checking out some of the shops. There's local businesses, there's places to grab something to eat or drink. It's a very walkable port. We never felt rushed. Here are my tips for Juneau if you're planning to stop there. Book your whale watch excursion early as possible. Everybody wants to do whale watching excursions. Take the earliest tour if you want extra time to explore town afterwards. Don't miss stopping at Tracy's King Crab Shack. Seriously, go hungry. And if you have time, ride that Goldbelt Tram. The views from the top are well worth it. Juneau turned out to be another favorite port on the entire cruise. Between seeing whales in the wild, enjoying some of the best king crab we've ever eaten, and taking in the incredible views from Mount Roberts, this definitely was a day we'll never forget. Next time we're heading to Skagway, we'll ride the famous White Pass and Yukon Route Railroad, take in some of the most breathtaking mountain scenery in Alaska, and explore one of the state's most historic gold rush towns. I'll see you on the next adventure. Thanks so much for coming along with us. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe and join us on our next adventure. Until next time, keep exploring, keep making memories, and I'll see you on the next one.